So the Browns are 8-3, right? Even with what people want to say are Baker's inconsistent QB numbers. But I think the play calling, the advancement of the play calling quality is really helping the team. Missing Odell is gonna really hurt us in the playoffs. It may not look like it now, but it's gonna hurt us in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And two, our division had the easiest schedule out of all the divisions. The Ravens and the Steelers had the top two easiest schedules throughout the whole league. The Browns have the fourth easiest schedule, and the Bengals had the sixth easiest schedule. All right, so I'm not surprised that the Steelers are doing well because that group has been together for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Farming their own players and everything. That group's been together for a minute, so that doesn't shock me. The Ravens, being 6-4, not shocking me because that offense of play calling hasn't advanced. It hasn't evolved. You know what I'm saying? You ain't learned how to run your pass plays off the dominance of your run plays. You know what I'm saying? It ain't my job to break that down for y'all right now. We talking about my hometown Browns. You know what I'm saying? It's Kevin Stefanski, the OC, running game, passing coordinator, Bill Callahan in that front line, that offensive line. They doing their thing. All right. So the defense, though, so listen, the defense has been victimized by injuries the whole season. Even before the season started, they were plagued by injuries. All right. Andre Billings. Andre Billings. Is it Andre? Is it Andrew? I think it's Andre. I'm going to get it right, though. But Mr. Billings was supposed to have been the big defensive tackle to put next to Sheldon Richardson. Respectively, he opted out this year because of COVID. And I emphasize respectively. He opted out. And that's highly understandable. I personally wish he would have played, but I understand. All right? Boom. You bring in B.J. Goodson. You know what I mean? You bring in Malcolm Smith. Grandel Pitt goes down. Greedy Williams goes down. Right now, Denzel Ward is down. You was without Mac Wilson and Olivier Vernon for a while. Myles Garrett is an animal. Myles Garrett should not only be in conversation for MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, but he should also be in talks for Comeback Player of the Year. All right? For what he went through, I ain't going to get all into that because, if you don't know, look it up. You know what I mean? But he ended up missing the majority of last season, the end of it. He comes back this year, and all he's done is his job. Period. All he's done is his job. All right? Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick, behind Baker Mayfield when he was the number 1 pick, has played like a number 1 corner. Even though I think he's really a number 2 because of his size. Size matters. But he plays like a number 1 shutdown. Make no mistake about it. But I think he's a number 2. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got 2 quality, great tools, then, but we ain't got to see Greedy play. So, yeah. But those 2, Malcolm Smith, Carl Joseph, Sheldon Richardson, Ogunjobi, these guys have been putting in work week in and week out since game 1. Win, lose, or draw. And I think they should definitely be commended and highlighted because our defense is getting their ass handed to them. Oh, my God. People be talking so much about Baker is this and Baker is that. Let's talk about this defense. Thus far, the Browns are being outscored by opponents 2.1 more points. They have 23 total more points and have scored 3 more touchdowns than the Browns. This is the Browns' overall opponents. You know what I'm saying? Overall opponents' numbers to the Browns' numbers. You know what I'm saying? Through 11 competitions. All right? Browns' opponents have 24 more first downs, 35 more passing first downs. The Browns have given up, okay, let me emphasize, the Browns' defense has given up 15 first downs off penalties. The Browns' opponents have a 4.3 conversion percentage better on third down and a 53.6 better conversion percentage on fourth down, with Browns opponents converting 16 out of 18 first downs. Are you shitting me? The Browns have allowed 80 more completions in passing game, 576 more passing yards. Opponents are averaging 52 more passing yards and have thrown for 4 more touchdowns. What is going on? Let me be the first to say this, and I don't have no problem with saying this, all right? Now, me being just, a blogger to some of y'all, a certified, sportscaster though, nonetheless, a person who's played football. Now, I haven't played on the highest levels, you know what I'm saying, but I have been a student of the game and I have played. Just bottom line, you know what I'm saying? I gotta call stuff like I see it. My first question is, why is Andrew Sendejo still getting playing time? Please, somebody in the Browns organization, please tell me, why is Andrew Sendejo still getting playing time? Andrew Sendejo, I wish I had the stats. All right, I should have looked them up. Every time an opponent has a big play in the running game or the passing game, Andrew Sendejo is involved. Film don't lie. You can manipulate numbers any way you want to, especially to people who are unaware of what they actually mean or stand for, or replicate, or indicate, or represent, indicate. But Andrew Sendejo is a liability. He is a liability. I don't care what y'all say. Andrew Sendejo is a liability. I don't even know why he's still suiting up. All right? It is frustrating. Also, why y'all can't tackle nobody? What's up? All right? Now, B.J. Goodson leads the team with 75 tackles. Ironically enough, Andrew Sendejo is second on the team with 54. All right? Mac Wilson and Sione Takitaki have a combined 70 tackles. So, B.J. Goodson, I like him a lot. He's on a 1-year deal. I would retain him for another 3. I like him in this system. And I think being that he's only 26, he'll grow. I would consider retaining him for another couple years. Mac Wilson is growing. He's a rookie. He's a second-year player. Battled through some injuries. But I like him. Keep him. Sione Takitaki on the fence about. But he's improving. And I think you should retain him too. It's all about continuity and building your team up. You know what I'm saying? Even if a player isn't star level, he can still be good starter quality and be in a rotation of good starters. And and as the Patriots have shown, if you got a good system, you got your stars in the right place, and you got good starters, you can compete every year for championships. It just is what it is. So the Browns passing defense outside of Denzel Ward, the Browns rushing and open field tackling defense outside of Myles Garrett and Sheldon Richardson has been atrocious. Atrocious, bro. OMG. All right? And I just feel like, listen, how I look at it as you got to use a player to their strengths until they show you something different. Sione Takitaki will be blitzing on every play if it was my team. I don't understand why Myles Garrett isn't getting moved around. I mean, you move him around on the defensive line, but you got all these other defensive linemen back there. Why you don't prime my linebacker sometimes? Why in the red zone or on third down plays when you need him to be able to break free is you not putting him in the linebacker position so he can rush and get a one-on-one? Why is that not being looked into? Why Rodney Harrison is out for the season. All right. So at safety, we have Carl Joseph, Cedric Wareline, who was kind of down. We got Andrew Sendejo. And that's, you know what? Speaking on that, that's probably why Sendejo. Because the best ability is availability. All right? And everybody else not available. Sendejo is probably, he's a veteran. He's on a 1-year deal, but he's been available, so he has to play. All right, but, dude, OMG, Brown's secondary is getting slaughtered every game. So I guess the question is, why is the defense getting shredded so much? All right, I don't think it's because of the lack of talent. I think certain players are being used too much and certain players aren't being used enough. All right. Now, I don't know if this is something within the regime where they just hadn't got comfortable with the other players and just letting the players on the field, do their thing. I don't know if it's because of the COVID restrictions that you want to try to keep a couple players in key positions isolated for very clutch times. But even still, you need playing time, okay? Terrence Mitchell is getting beat. Every game, he's a mismatch. They put the biggest receiver they have on Terrence Mitchell, and it seems like the Browns' defense is not even recognizing that, all right? I don't like it. Now, granted, Greedy Williams should be over there, so we shouldn't have these problems. But he not. You got to work with the problem you got, not the problem you're supposed to have. All right? Terrence Mitchell was getting destroyed in the open field. One-on-ones. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, some of these receivers is making some hella fire catches on him. But at the same token, he's still getting destroyed. Why is A.J. Green not getting no playing time? A.J. Green is a 6'2" corner from Oklahoma State, if I ain't mistaken, and he went undrafted. Why he went undrafted? I have no clue. I don't know why. But the guy can ball. So why he's not playing, I have no clue at all. All right? Tavier Thomas should be getting more playing time because he the one person in the secondary I've seen that can actually tackle besides Carl Joseph. I don't know why Carl Joseph has been limited and not having been given the opportunity to play more free safety because of his size. I don't understand. Who else down there? So, Denzel out. Kevin Johnson. I like Kevin Johnson. I would retain Kevin Johnson. I like Kevin Johnson. He started off with the liver thing going on, the lacerated liver or something, and that shit. That's a heavy. So, but he's been fighting back and he's been playing pretty good. I like Kevin. I would keep him. But dude, what's up? You know what I'm saying? It's a game of matchups. All right, just like right now, we about to be playing the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. All right, they already got Derrick Henry, who Derrick Henry is gonna try to run up the score. All right. And then when you go on the outside, they got A.J. Brown, they got Jay Smith, they got Adam Humphries, you know what I'm saying? They got Corey Davis, I believe. So they got a nice selection of weapons, you know what I'm saying, and backs. All right? We're going to have to stop the running game, try to limit the passing game. Because Ryan Tannehill is actually having a pretty decent year. He's actually doing his thing. if they win a couple more games in a row, you might argue he should be in some type of MVP too. But that's a whole nother conversation in itself. The Titans come in 8-3. The Browns need to be playing matchup, bro. Derrick Henry is going to command too much attention. I believe that in this particular game, Olivier Vernon has to play linebacker. Because you need somebody who's going to control the edge and keep shit in the middle. Now, Derrick Henry is a middle guy runner. A mid gap runner. You know, he like going through the A-B gaps, 1-2 holes. You know what I'm saying? He in the trenches. Derrick Henry also run like a 4.3 too for a 6'4", 240-pound back. More agile than he's given credit for. In order for them to stop him, you're going to need to have meat on that interior line, which means you got to move Ogunjobi to the outside. You got to move him to outside, and you got to start like Jordan Elliott, or you got to put one of your guys down there that's got some meat, man. And they job got to be to command 2 blocks. You get Sheldon down there, you get Ogunjobi on the end, and then for real, if it was me, in this particular game, Myles Garrett and Olivier Vernon would play outside linebackers, and Malcolm Smith would start in the middle. And I would bring Taki and Mitchell in. Mac Wilson in specialized situations, especially in situations when I want to blitz the other two. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they need to just really control that line. All right? One player not about to be tackling him, bro. Unless that one player is Myles Garrett. Maybe Olivier. You know what I'm saying? But with Malcolm Smith, I'm with that. Sendejo, I don't think where is AJ Green? This is what I want to know. AJ Green should be getting some playing time. He needs some playing time, man. I want to see him. But yeah, I think they should do that because the Titans gonna think about last year, week 1, when they mollywopped us, and they gonna just try to look at us like we some scrubs, and they can come in here and do the same thing and rattle Baker and yeah. All right, that ain't the case. But I would consider that because Myles just coming off that COVID, and you know they gonna be trying to double him. Now this would make it so fire. By moving Myles to a linebacker spot just for a game, that means your defensive linemen are going to get one-on-ones. Because once the defense recognizes that Myles coming from the outside, you feel me? Or, man, listen, they're going to have to do something different. But if they do it right and they blitz Myles from the linebacker on majority of plays and let him pick the gap he want to run through, he is going to terrorize his quarterback all fucking day. All right? You leave Olivier Vernon to play Aspa. You feel me? His job is to get any outlets. You know what I'm saying? Any little underneaths that I don't know if you're going to catch it, but you got to tackle. You feel what I'm saying? So that way you can let Malcolm Smith roam. You know what I'm saying? As a vet, like you can let him roam. And then it just be about your defensive lineman just controlling the point of attack. But that's what I'm saying. If you got, you know what I'm saying, man, you could put, what you got? Elliott. You could put Sheldon, Jordan, Claiborne, and Ogunjobi on the line. All right? You could move, I would move Olivier to wheel linebacker and move Myles Garrett to Mike linebacker. All right? Matter of fact, I wouldn't even start Olivier. Matter of fact, I'm going to retract some of that. I wouldn't even start Olivier there. I'll put him back on the line. I keep forgetting. I don't know. I was talking about B.J. Goodson. I don't know how I forgot him. You put leave B.J. Goodson there, and just put Myles Garrett at the wheel linebacker so he can run and he can move. You know what I'm saying? But you need Myles Garrett free My whole point is Myles Garrett needs to be able to make an impact. All right? And just traditionally lining him up, I don't think that's going to work. Give that man some room to roam. Let that man be a hunter. All right? You don't have Denzel. So you looking for somebody in the secondary to step up and make plays. But you got to rotate people because everybody can't just go the whole game like that no more. So, but overall, my prediction is the Browns are going to finish the last 5 games. Realistically, probably 3-2. I think they should win out. I honestly think the way they're playing right now, they should be able to win out. Why they've able to win 8 games to 3 losses, well, arguably 2 of those games they shouldn't have. At least one of those games they definitely shouldn't have lost. But the Browns are opportunistic. The Browns are in the top 5, top 4 in causing turnovers. They capitalize on turnovers. They're opportunistic. They can control the ball. They can come back if they shown. They can come back from deficits. So the Browns are a real scary team. Once, these last 5 games, if their confidence just continue to grow and the continuity and the chemistry continues to grow, they're going to be one of the scarier teams in the playoffs. It's going to be interesting to see. But I feel like they should beat the Titans. They should beat the Ravens. They should beat the Giants, the Jets, and they kind of got to beat the Steelers. If the Browns finish out 13-3, ooh-wee. All right, because Kansas City going to do what they do. It ain't no stopping them. Ain't no changing that. It is what it is. Kansas City going to do what they do.
All right, there are a lot more interesting and insightful things I want to discuss with you all. So take the time out right now for me to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, or dislike. Leave some feedback in the comment section and be ready to watch the next episode of Game Changer Sports Talk live from the marvelous Hollywood Studios on the Goonie Tunes channel.